Hi children, good morning all of you. I hope all are fine. Today we met again to discuss our biology lesson. The second part of our biology in the chapter crop production and management. Okay, now we go to discuss the continuation of agricultural practices. I think first step that is over. Can you recall the things what you have studied in previous classes? Okay, yeah. So the second task of agricultural practices, that is sowing. What is sowing? It's familiar for you. You done at home. If you have seeds, you put the seeds in the soil and get covered soil. This is called sowing. Generally, we are saying we are doing this. This is called sowing. But technically, it is not sowing. What is sowing? So first of all, we prepare the soil for sowing. That we have studied preparation of the soil. After that, the second steps. In the preparation of the soil, we also studied how we prepare soil and what are the tools are used for preparation of soil, etc. Now our soil is ready. The next we go to sowing the seeds. For example, we have seeds for sowing. First we select the seeds. We select the seeds. We can write selection of seed is very important for sowing. But before sowing, the major thing is that we select the seeds. Can I write on the board? That is selection. Then here is a question for you. How do you select the seeds? What are techniques we are used for this? You know? Yes. We have some seeds. You put all these seeds in a vessel and pour water. Then observe, wait for some time and observe. What do you see? What will you see? You will see that after some times, some of the seeds get settled at the bottom and some of them are floats on the surface of water. What is this? It's amazing, you know? No, because those seeds are lighter. They are on the surface. They can float. Those seeds are heavier. They are settled at the bottom. Now, how can you understand which seeds are used for sowing? After selection, which seeds are selected from these? Those seeds are settled at the bottom in a beaker. We are select that seeds for sowing. Am I right? For sowing, we must select those seeds. They are good, clean and heavier, healthy seeds. Are you clear? For sowing, which seeds are necessary? The seeds, good quality of the seeds. The main thing is that good quality of seeds are necessary for sowing. They are good, healthy and clean. Then only we will get better yield from them. Okay, so now we have studied the experiment for selection of seeds also. Then after preparing the soil, the good quality of seeds we sow. What is sowing, Sowing is, we can say commonly, that digging some soil and putting seeds uncovered soil. This is what sowing, that is. But we have used technical methods for this. We have two implements for this. One is called as, or tools for this. They are called as traditional tool, and the second one is called as modern tool. So what are the traditional tools, Have you seen ever these traditional tools? It is nothing. It is just a funnel. That is. You can draw that. See, this is a funnel. This is a traditional tool. Okay. So, but here is the difference. Everybody see this. This is a funnel. So we fill the seeds into the funnel. Here is the long part, the tubular part. You can see very clearly. Then it consisting of two or more or three holes. Two or more holes. These three holes are there. Then it is consisting of a small pipes. Then these pipes, each pipe's ends is sharp ends. Are you clear? So now the seeds are collected or filled into the funnel. They are passing down in two or three pipes having sharp ends. So then they are sowing. But using these sharp ends, they put seeds in the soil. Are you clear? Yes. These sharp ends just dig the soil and also here it pierces in and also put the seeds. That is the traditional method. Are you understand? Yes. Are you clear? Okay. So the next, what do you know about the modern tools? Modern tools used for sowing. It is a seed drill. What we call it is seed drill. Children, you look at your textbook. The diagram is given. Okay? Yes. And what are the advantages of using seed drill than the funnel? Funnel is a traditional tool, but the seed drill is a modern equipment for sowing or modern tool used for sowing. What is the difference of using this modern, that is a seed drill, modern tool or seed drill? And what are the advantages of using seed drill than the traditional tool? You can see, so while using this seed drill, it is driven by tractors. It is fitted by the tractors. Are you clear? So we can say that it is a tractor driven seed drill. Okay? Then the seeds are collected and filled in the seed drill. Then this seed drill put all the seeds keeping appropriate distances and depth, and it ensures get covered soil when we sow it. Okay, then it prevents the attack of birds. If the seeds are not covered by the soil, it must be damaged by birds. So by using seed drill, this can be prevented. And also the seed drill, using seed drill, it saves our time and labor. Are you clear? That is the main advantages of using seed drill than the traditional tool, that is funnel. Are you clear? That is our sowing. Now you study sowing. How do you do sowing at home? When you cultivate some crops, can you follow it? Okay. Are you clear? So now we have studied sowing, selection, what type of seeds are selected, and how will you separate the seeds, then the equipments for sowing. Are you clear? Then, you know that when you cultivate the crops, you don't use seed drills and other equipments, Sometimes we are sowing the seeds. There forms a thick growth. That means there is no space to grow. So there is no sufficient sunlight, and there must be a competition for getting sunlight and temperature, that is temperature and nutrients, etc. If these plants or crops are growing very thick, without spaces, are you clear? So this also must be avoided by using water seed drill. The seed drill we are using it prevents overcrowding of plants. Are you clear? Okay. So next we move to the third agricultural practices, that is adding manure and fertilizers. Could you understand, children? Sowing, preparation of the soil, our two task is over, and the third task for agricultural practices is, the steps of agricultural practices is adding manure and fertilizers. So now we sow our seed to start to sprout. Then the third step is adding manure and fertilizers. When we add manure and fertilizers, what are these substances? Anyone who can say the answer? What is manure? What is manure and what is fertilizers, etc.? Did you study? Okay. So we can say that the substances that are added in the soil in the form of nutrients, they are called as manure and fertilizers. It is nothing, student. These are nutrients. Manure and fertilizers are nutrients. Are you clear? Then soil supplies nutrients for the well growth of the plants. Now you think from where they get, that means crops get the soil, these nutrients. These nutrients they get from the soil. Then we must be add or substitute these fertilizers and manure into the soil. Then only they can grow well. So, and also the farmers, we can see that the farmers, they are cultivate many crops, one crop after another crops, and also adding these nutrients to the soil. They supply nutrients to the soil. Then from this we can understand that in many ways we can replenish the soil nutrients. Which are the ways we can replenish the soil nutrients? The first thing is that we can add it is in the form of manure and fertilizers. If we are adding manure to the soil, we call that process is called as manuring. If you are adding fertilizers to the soil, we call it as fertilizing. Both are nutrients. These are used, we supply these to the soil to replenish their nutrients. Are you clear? Then another one is that crop rotation. Farmers do this. Crop rotation. What is crop rotation? After harvesting one crop, we are introducing another crop in the same field. Some of the nutrients are remaining there, then it is absorbed by the crops. Okay, because the crops are, we are supplying the nutrients. These nutrients, according to the crops, they need various types of nutrients. Not all the crops have the same nutrients. So some of the crops are remains there, then it is absorbed by the growth of the plants. Okay, yes. Then, we studied in previous classes the nutrients such as nitrogen. How can it replenish the nitrogen content in the soil? Also, You can say that we also studied that, I think. You know, have you heard about rhizobium bacteria? Rhizobium bacteria, they are rich in leguminous plants. Where they are in the root nodules of leguminous plants. They can fix atmospheric nitrogen directly in their root nodules. So, the farmers use these nitrogen fixing plants such as leguminous plants. You know, in them these bacteria are well. Then they also replenishes the content of nitrogen in the soil. So these are the ways, and this will be the answer. How can we replenish the soil nutrients? Are you clear? So now, what is manuring and what is fertilizing? Want to study both manure and fertilizers. So we move to study manure. Adding of manure in the soil as a nutrient is called as manuring. So how will you prepare manure? Manure are prepared in the soil. So in the field. In the field. Where it is prepared? In the field. It is a natural one because we prepare the manure by using animal waste and plant waste. Using animal waste and plant waste such as cow dung and raw leaves, etc. Then it is put all these waste materials, that is these animals and plant waste, in an open pit, like a composite pit, and allowed to decay. Then you know the activation of decomposers. What are decomposers? Decomposers are the organisms, bacteria, aerobic bacteria, anaerobic bacteria, which all are decomposers. So these bacteria or decomposers are acted upon these waste materials. That is this manure, that is composite, what we are putting or adding in the open pit. Then it decayed well. These decayed substances we called it as it's a manure. It's a good manure. When we are adding these to the plants, beneath of the plants, they grow these very well. That means they are growing well. It is manure is enough for their well growth. Are you clear? Now you could understand how we will prepare manure in the field. Then, what are the advantages of manure? While we using manure to the plants for cultivating our crops, it increases soil fertility. Then, it increases soil fertility and also it increases water holding capacity, retaining water holding capacity. It holds the water in that soil, that is retaining capacity of water holding capacity. And also it improves the texture of the soil, physical qualities of the soil, texture of the soil. And also it enhances many microbes to live there, friendly microbes such as earthworms, millipedes, centipedes, etc. If we are allowing these microbes into the soil, that soil is a good, because the soil becomes more porous, consisting of more air spaces inside. So this type of small organisms can live in it. That is why the roots of the plants can penetrate very deeply. Okay? Yes. So now we have studied the advantages of manure. It increases water holding capacity. Then the soil is so porous. Then it allows many friendly microbes to live there. then it improves the texture of the soil. Are you clear? Okay. Then we go to study the next fertilizer. What are fertilizers? Fertilizers are chemical substances that are prepared in the factories. You know, why we are adding fertilizers to the soil? If we are adding fertilizers to the soil, we get a sudden, that means a sudden growth of the plants we can expect, or fast growth of the plants. If you are adding manure to the soil, it promotes only a slow growth, but it is not harmful for the soil. But we are adding fertilizers in large amounts or in excess amounts, it is very harmful to the soil because it creates water pollution. You know that soil pollution, water pollution, etc. Because all chemical substances are inorganic substances. You know that. Now you can clearly understand that the fertilizers are chemical substances. They are prepared in the factories. They are inorganic substances. Right? Manure is organic substances. It is natural one that I already discussed. So it is an inorganic substances for fertilizers. Fertilizers are inorganic substances. These are prepared in the factories. These are chemical substances. We are adding these fertilizers little amount, only a little amount. Because if it is adding more, you only use as a substitute into the soil more manure and less fertilizers. That is the manner of using fertilizers. You understand? Only substitute the fertilizers to get a fast and profuse growth of the plants. But it don't become excess. If it is excess, it is harmful to the soil. It creates pollution. Because these are many poisonous substances get it, or these are insoluble in water. Are you clear? Then study examples for fertilizers. Fertilizers example, you know that NPK, nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, NPK, then ammonium phosphate. Superphosphate, etc. These are examples for fertilizers. Are you clear? Okay, children. Then you know the differences between fertilizers and manure. For this, do one thing. Make a tabular column. In one column, you write what manure, and in second column you write fertilizers. Then you add these points like this. Differences between manure and fertilizers. See this, children? This is the column. In one column manure, in second column fertilizer. So the first, manures are organic substances. While fertilizers are inorganic substances. Then second one, relatively less in plant nutrients. So here, plant nutrients are comparatively in large amount. high amount. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potash, etc. Then third one, they are prepared in the factories. These are chemical substances. In all the differences you can add more. Prepared in factories, but sorry, change the column. So manuals are prepared in the field, that is they are natural, while fertilizers are prepared in the factories, they are artificial. Then we can add more points also. So these are the differences between fertilizers and the manual. Okay. Now I think all of you understand. So now we have taken a small area, that is sowing and adding manure and fertilizers. We will see on next class. Let me to conclude here. I will give you questions and works after the class. Okay.